terms of like mental health and space and just feeling grounded, when it was like a really long day or anxiety or productivity, something about moving and just sitting and just breathe for a moment and taking that in, that kind of like covered my day. So with that, I then changed it even with my workspace. So I had a workspace, a big working space, where I decided is to put some plants around for the people, and just to see what that does for just mental health. My name is Shamaki. Well, I guess in English it's Jean. It's a French name. I am an entrepreneur. It's really hard to break down what I do, but it's a lot of working with startups, innovation, and I run a business for the software design hub that I'm closing and starting to deploy. I've been struggling between my children to decide it's my favorite. Allamanda, because it has like this element of surprise with its flowering. And it always somehow catches me in seasons where I needed it to flower, so it kind of like speaks to my soul in some way. The lily, because it's been my favorite indoor plant, somehow it just like fills the space with love and green, and has color, so it makes it beautiful. It's the easiest child to take care of. So yeah, I'm shooting with that answer. Quite a journey, and the easiest one that I've continued to adapt, the watering early in the morning before the sun comes, because somehow once I started doing that and learned that from my mother-in-law, then the water just absorbs better. So really early in the morning compared to the evening. And then I learned apart from it's clear, but leaving the water overnight before filling my water plants, somehow that was interesting to learn. I didn't trust it until I tested it, and now my water lily is not dying anymore. The plants were just healthier, and suddenly they had, it's almost like you have like a makeover. Because it was interesting. I was really frustrated while my water plants were dying, because I felt like I was doing everything, keeping the water, changing leaves, but somehow they just lose life. And then one time I was just like, I'm just leaving water overnight, and then for that, I think the past 6 months I've seen like the healthiest water plant. Yeah. Has a lot to with personal patience and not giving up when like tinkering with things. I really like plants, but I'm a busybody with work, and so there was just a little plant children, and I had to remind myself that I'm gonna keep trying. And today when I sit on my balcony and just see them come alive, it's been a patience journey. So I know it's a very cliche, but there's no one size fits all. Keep kind of learning. Just because I tried to do a banana thing, it didn't work, doesn't mean picking up water overnight may not work, because that's what I did. And yeah, so with my plants dying, a lot of what I found is like you can just pick banana peels, them with water, let them stay, and somehow use that. So I used that for quite a while, and I was so frustrated because it was not working. Just feel like a pretend science lesson. This should work. Just like what just seems like really healthy. And I just wasn't working, especially for my water lily. And then I switched that when I learned just keep water, just keep it overnight, and then that's when we use it. And then somehow that seemed to work. So it's just like this thing that seemed like it makes sense with the banana, seemed like a new way that should make sense. It didn't work. But I know my friend has used it and it worked for them. It didn't work. So gardening, and this started in the pandemic. So I'm really obsessed with clinical psychology and watched indoors. And my sister always said, there's something about green and your brain And it's like, whatever, because I think she's a bit too much and she's a geek. So say that every day we need to step out and kind of see. And first days, it's like, whatever, I don't see how that works out. So I changed my garden and my patio and put plants. And so I was like, okay, so in the evening I'll sit down and have my girl, it was amazing to read. I cannot even, and it just really seems like this kind of fake hippie thing. But in terms of like mental health and space and just feeling grounded when it was like a really long day or anxiety, and just to see what that does for just mental things. Yeah. And I think the other thing, it just really makes life, again, we have plants, they die, and then that feels like, something about us is dying. It feels cliche. And so I said I like the Allamanda. It was almost, I didn't see it flower. The days it flowered, it almost like it came out of nowhere and just gave hope. Like, it really just like spoke hope, because this plant creeps around and suddenly one day you wake up and it's yelling in your face. It's like, that's hope. That's all I needed for this day to feel hopeful. You can't afford a therapist. You can afford plants.
That's a good one. That's absolutely a good one.
Sick.
Yeah.
Out there. All my neighbors walking, and the first thing you notice is gonna be my compound. It's gonna be the bamboo. It's like, what? How did you do this? I don't know too. I'm experimenting. It was meant to remain a baby, but now it's big. Enjoy the experience of what that brings you, including the death of them. I think I've seen myself lean into life through my plants. And it sounds strange, but it's such an experience. It's taking care of something. It's allowing you to die and giving up and trying and investing it again without saying, okay, I'm going to cut all these things. It's saying, okay, we're going to die, I'm going to walk back to Maua and buy new ones and see what this experience would be like again. So it's allowing yourself that journey and experiencing it. My question for the next person. How do you choose a plant pot? What's your process of choosing the right plant pot? I think that's mine. Now you're feeling stuck and I'm not sure if I'm giving it the right container.